This is Bandster for Life here, also known as Marlene Joy Bandit if you want to hit me up on Facebook. And today I want to talk about the do you tell or do you not tell. This is a response video to the Back to Basics group. Number one, I just want to tell everybody I do have size extra large stuff available. If anybody's interested in winter jackets, please get to me. So do you tell or do you not tell? I am 33 weeks, I believe I'm 33. It's either 31 or 33 weeks post-op. I had my surgery on March 19th, 2012. My original weight was 315 pounds. When I started my weight loss surgery journey, I was 231.8, and today I am 170.0 on the way to my doctor's for a fill. I didn't tell many people. I had told one girl at my job who was my roomie. I was a manager, so she actually was my clerk, and I told her in confidence. And I also told my kids. I have 5 children, so I told my children, my boyfriend who was with me and was supportive the whole way, and that's about it in the beginning. And you know, I've lost a considerable amount of weight from 315 and now to 170. That is a lot of weight, about 146 pounds, I believe. If you have your calculators, you can do the math. So everybody always knew me as having a journey and losing weight and being on a diet kick, as they love to say. You know, I'm, you know, she won't cheat. She won't eat a piece of pizza. So really, you know, I chose not to tell because of that, and also because there were 2 ladies at my job, 2 drivers who actually, I don't want to say got ridiculed, but really got stereotyped real bad. I mean, they lost a good amount of weight. The first lady lost probably 50, 60 pounds. They both did gastric bypass. I'm a bander. And the one lady, her hair was falling out, and you know, they say she went from looking like 30 years old to 50 years old. They were always getting talked about. You know, people would, you know, so it really pushed me back to the point where, wow, do I even want to tell? I mean, first of all, I'm a manager, so it was big for me to even put my life out there to people, because once you tell one person, you know, it's like the ear hug game. Once you say one thing, it goes to everybody else. It goes out a different way. So that was another reason why I didn't tell. And I guess like everything in life, I had watched the pros and cons on the YouTubes and in the media. And, you know, they do talk about people who aren't successful with the lap band. And I know that choosing the lap band and not the sleeve, I was between the lap band and the sleeve. And I guess one reason why I chose the lap band is because I wanted a normalcy life. Like I was more intrigued with the lap band. I was more intrigued that I would have to work and have the will to really, not that any other surgery you don't, but this one, I like the Bandster rules. And it just kind of really felt right. You know, the psychologist that I saw said that the bands are usually for people who like rules, who like to follow the rules, who, you know, really like to be stringent. But he also did tell me with all the surgeries that there were rules to that particular surgery. So I guess I was just more partial to the band. And once I had my mind set, I knew that I was getting the band. But now that I am over 30 weeks post-op, I tell everybody and anybody, I do think about those people on the streets or that lady in the grocery store that I just want to say something to, but I don't. Everybody at my gym knows that I've gotten the band, and in the same sense, know how hard it is that I work. I go to the gym every single day, well, usually 6 out of 7 days a week. And I really work my butt off, and I've done all I can do to get my best results from my tool. I also had other tools set in place At one time, especially at the beginning of my journey, I was really a calorie counter and definitely kept a journal. I definitely drank my water. I don't eat and drink at the same time. Like I'm going to the doctor's today, and I realized that I must get a fill when needed because I'm hungry after 2 hours. I can eat bread, and it's getting a little too, I've been at the same weight for, you know, a while now, 2 or 3 weeks. So I think it's time for me to just go get a little smidgen of a fill, and you know, to also have a support system behind you so that you don't feel like you're alone. When I first wasn't telling people, I kind of felt like, all right, I told my kids, but my kids really don't care. I mean, they care, but they don't. I mean, I have a 21-year-old, an 18, a 17, a 13, and an 8-year-old. And they really, you know, could care less. They just want their mom how their mom is. Are they happy that I'm a better mom because I can get up and move and we're more physical? Absolutely. They tell me all the time, Mom, sit down. Mom, sit down. And now it's awesome. But, you know, you have to put your tools in place. You need to have a support system. And when I was alone and didn't tell people, I felt like I didn't have a support system. Once I started my YouTubes, and this is my second YouTube, my other YouTube was MadMar36, and I actually had to close it because I believe people at my work, I've now quit my job, but people at my work, I believe, were going on there saying nasty comments. I found out in the end. So I shut it down instead of knowing how to block people because I was new to the YouTube community. So unfortunately, I don't have all those weeks that I did, but neither here nor there. I started one again, and now I talk about it. I talk about it in the grocery store if people want to know, if they haven't seen me. You know, my family knows, my friends know, everybody that I can tell, I tell. And I think there's a point when you want to tell people because you're excited, you're happy, you're proud of yourself, and you know, because of this tool, I know if I was still doing Weight Watchers, I did Weight Watchers 62 times. I did the MediFast plan. I've done so many plans, Slim Fast. I've done pills. I've done Brazilian pills where I had to order and ship overseas to get them. And yeah, I lost weight. Yeah, I was shaky all day long. I would do almost anything just to get healthy, just to lose weight, to be normal. I was sick of not being normal. I was sick of everybody looking at me every time I went to the grocery store and picked one thing. I was sick of everybody looking at me at amusement parks because I was that chick that sat on the freaking bench while your kids got to go play, and how much I wanted to go sit in that seat on the rides, but I knew I couldn't, or I knew they were going to kick me off. You know, so did I decide to tell at first? No. Do I tell everybody now? Yes. Is it a very personal decision? Yes. Do I absolutely agree with the people who kept it and still keep it a secret? Absolutely, I feel you. Do I now understand those people who let it all out and shouted from the top of the mountains? Absolutely, because once I did that, I felt like a release. Like now I don't have nothing to hide, even though I was exercising, eating my protein and telling them that, you know, a high protein diet, very low carb. Now I tell them, I got Bandit, girl. I got Bandit, guy. If you're interested, you know, here's my doctor. Here's how you do it. Here's how you start. Let me help you. You know, and now, you know, I'm absolutely an advocate for the band. So I hope I gave anybody insight if they wanted some insight on, you know, to tell or not to tell. So have a great day. Bye.